Now, if you're anything like Andy, you hate Brussels sprouts. And there's a lot of people who were tortured as a young child with Brussels sprouts boiled and mashed and tasting terrible. So Andy challenged me to make Brussels sprouts taste good. He said, if you can make me like Brussels sprouts, we can definitely call this what I refer to as a conversion recipe. Only here's the caveat. We decided that we weren't going to use bacon to make it taste good because you can pretty much make cardboard taste good with bacon. So this is a challenge. Make it taste delicious and also make it vegan. So to start, we're gonna make some smoked toasted pecans. This gives us that kind of lovely bacony flavor without, killing a pig. So we're gonna throw in our pecans that are raw and then add in some tamari and some smoked sea salt. We're using a smoked Salish sea salt. It has a beautiful flavor. You just mix all of that up and then either place it on a baking tray or in a pan and place it in the oven until it's just starting to go toasted and golden. While they're in the oven, you can start to slice your Brussels sprouts. So I just take the end piece off and then start to do what they call a chiffonade, which is a fine slice of the Brussels sprouts. What this does is it allows you to cook the Brussels sprouts in a much shorter time. Bit of work up front, but it pays off at the end. And what happens is you don't have to overcook the Brussels sprouts to get them cooked, which is why a lot of people don't like them. Next, we're gonna slice a leek. So make sure you take half a leek and you wash it really well, and then just slice it into these half moon circles. So once your pecans are done, just give them a rough chop. It doesn't have to be super fine, but just so basically you're getting broken up bits of the toasted pecans. You get that smoky flavor throughout your dish and the lovely kind of contrast of the crunchiness and the fattiness of the pecans. Then into the pan, we're gonna put some stock. Make sure that stock doesn't have MSG. And to the stock, we're gonna add our Brussels sprouts and our leek. And basically, we're just gonna start to cook these until they soften and are tender to the bite. Now, if your stock starts to evaporate faster than your Brussels sprouts are cooking, you can just add in a tablespoon or two of water as they go along. The idea is just enough to steam it without actually making it soupy. And then we're gonna add in some more smoked sea salt and fresh cracked pepper, and just season to taste. I also love to put in some minced garlic. So Andy's doing his special chef's technique here of chopping the garlic and then adding a bit of salt and a touch of olive oil to make a paste. And this is really nice to add to your dish, but just make sure whenever you're adding your garlic paste or your freshly minced garlic to your dish that you don't cook it on a high heat, because that will actually burn the garlic and make it taste bitter. So there you go. On your board, you've got your beautiful garlic paste. Into your pan, add that, and basically you're gonna cook the garlic until the flavors just start to mellow. Really, really strong dark garlic can be too much for most people, but if you just cook it for a few minutes, it will start to mellow. And then what you end up is with this beautiful kind of creamy, textured, delicious Brussels sprouts that Andy ended up loving. And not only did he enjoy the version I made, he ate the entire plate of the version he made for this video. So there you go. If you know someone who dislikes Brussels sprouts and even hates Brussels sprouts, try out this conversion recipe with them and let us know how you go. So for more delicious recipes like this that won't spike your blood sugar, are super easy to prepare and absolutely delicious, click the link below to find out more about our 21-day sugar-free challenge.